We are in one hell of a green bubble at the moment, and the reason for this is that the stock market is being flooded with money for potential future growth stocks. So why did this $2 and $1 stock run 1000% in a month? Orbital Energy and American Battery Metals are both green stocks that have seen nuclear runs recently. OEG is involved with power infrastructures and creating primarily solar farms, but also works in both biogas and other revenue streams. And ABML are a company dedicated to the recycling of electric batteries and stripping them down into their core components to be reused. A month ago, OEG was trading around $2, and a month ago, ABML was trading at 70 cents. I published a report on both companies on my Discord server, and our community has been experiencing overwhelmingly positive returns from it whilst they've been running up. I won't ever tell you to invest in a stock, and I most certainly won't push any agendas. I simply want to supply you the information to educate you on opportunities that may match your trading thesis, mine being growth. With green stocks running and the majority of power infrastructure needing to be replaced to fit the demand for a green future, OEG is primed and ready to tackle this head on. There are multiple reasons as to why I saw Orbital Energy as a huge growth play at $2. Their last earnings report before Christmas was absolutely incredible, positive across the board, and interestingly the stock dipped. And as an investor, this was my in for the stock along with dollar cost averaging on the way up to get my entire value in. My entire value is in at $3. OEG has recently appointed James O'Neill as CEO of the company, and for those who don't know, James O'Neill was the previous CEO of Quanta Services from 2008 to 2016, an almost identical infrastructure company but without being green. He helped grow that company in that period to a Fortune 500 company with $7 billion in annual revenue. He's a major asset to the company and will be looking to do the same with Orbital Energy. This is a huge reason as to why I invested, as an incredible management team screams success. OEG has proven time and time again that the services they provide, especially in solar, are incredibly lucrative and sought after. This has led to the recent partnership with both Black Sunrise Half Century and Aecon Lighting in a project that will start in the second quarter of 2021. This project has an initial investment of $725 million and recurring investments for the next 3 years. OEG's subsidiary, Orbital Solar Services, because they have executed over 40 solar projects in excess of 600 megawatts, with more than 50 years combined experience in the delivery and management of these. And even with the amount of contracts that they are receiving, the cost of operations at OEG are decreasing rapidly. And with more projects, profit margins will only go up with future earnings. Now, with the nuclear rise we've seen happen over the last month, I'm expecting the stock to correct itself down to a comfortable level and consolidate and find its footing. I don't necessarily think now is the time to buy, but over time OEG has so much room to grow, so just hang tight. And remember, green stocks are currently in a bubble, and even though the demand for the stock's utility are very high, the bubble will slowly deflate or even pop, leaving only strong companies behind. And with this comes risk, so research accordingly. With both green energy, waste, and electric vehicles being hot topics on the stock market, ABML has had a huge run from its 70-cent benchmark, and it really is finding its footing around $3. ABML has been riding the green bubble along with the rest of the market, but has a unique position in an industry not yet tamed. ABML has several figures who recently worked at Tesla, one being one of the key men involved in getting the Gigafactory in Nevada set up, and seem uniquely poised and confident to tackle a problem Tesla will inevitably face. ABML's first location is located near the Tesla Gigafactory, and with the unique ties to Tesla in the form of employees uniquely linked with the factory, this could show dollar signs across the board if a deal is made. ABML's vision and CEO are both incredibly well versed in PR and giving out news to investors. They are constantly trying to satisfy investors' taste buds, and with the announcement of the first plant to start being built soon, the board of directors seem to want to use this to push the stock price. ABML is in the business of breaking down batteries into their core elements to be reused and recycled. This is a seemingly lucrative industry that many big companies can benefit from, given the way green energy in the form of EVs are being run. The stock is not yet out on Robinhood and has had a huge amount of attention recently. and with potential to list on the Nasdaq within the year, the stock has a huge amount of potential. ABML is slightly risky though, and one of my key worries is that it is a penny stock that has had a monster of a run. ABML at the moment seems to be running off the back of the Tesla hype, and although this could be a great biting point in the future, and the ties to them are strong, this should not be part of a reason to buy above $1.50. None of these are realized links, and should be treated as such. ABML hasn't laid a single brick. The fact it's run off of hype and a bubble alone screams that it should come back down and correct, and with markets the way they are at the minute, we simply can't predict this. But to think my initial buy thesis at 70 cents was to slowly build up a position over the year, it's safe to say I'm kicking myself, or the stock's going to correct down to a reasonable price. At the end of the day, these stocks are great future growers. They may have had huge runs recently, but they have potential to grow in the future, even if it does mean correcting. Thank you for the support on my last video and watching to the end of this one. You guys are incredible. If you're seeing this, please give the video a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.